So keep your back straight and relax your body, and your right palm on your left. Make head straight in one line and gently close your eyes, please. And while you're closing your eyes, bring your attention to this bell sound. And while you're focusing to the sound mentally, relax your body, relax your mind, and relax your breathing with your thoughts. Do nothing extra. Just follow the sound, please. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Exalted One, the fully enlightened One. So bring your attention to your body, please. Observe head to toes yourself and say Supatveva, or may I be well and happy, 3 times. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge. In this moment with this sitting, may my body become more comfortable, may my breath be more smooth, may no difficulties come to me, may all the success come to me. Also think for a moment, this is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime, and detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalations and exhalations. So in the beginning, we're going to relax our body step by step. Following my words mentally, relax your body, please. Relax your head. Relax your forehead. Relax your eyebrows. Relax your eyes. Relax your ears. Relax your nose. Relax your upper lip. Relax your lower lip. Relax your chin. Relax your whole face muscles. Relax your teeth. Relax your tongue. Relax your mouth. Relax your throat. Relax your neck. Relax your shoulders. Relax your arms, elbow, forearms, palms, fingers, fingertips. Relax your whole back muscles and relax your spine. Relax your chest and relax your abdominal muscles. Relax your lungs. Relax your heart. Relax your liver. Relax your kidneys. Relax your gallbladder. Relax your pancreas. Relax your small intestine. Relax your large intestine. Relax your all abdominal organs. Relax your buttock. Relax your thigh. Relax your knee. Relax your calf muscles. Relax your foot and relax your toes. Relax your whole body muscles, tendons, ligaments, bone marrows, and whole skeleton. Release the tension in your mind and keep relax your face muscles. So bring your attention to in front of your nose and your upper lip area. Deeply and gently, breathe out 3 times and find the sensation, please. So now allow your inhalations, exhalations happen itself. And when it happens through the sensation of it, just recognize inhalation as inhalation, exhalation as exhalation. Do nothing extra. Don't try to maintain or don't try to interfere. Don't try to mentally regulate your inhalation, exhalation. Just allow it to happen naturally. Just allow everything to settle down as it is. Just be limited with only the sensation of inhalation and exhalation. And follow the entire continuation of the inhalation, exhalation. Knowingly, this is the beginning, this is the middle, this is the end of the inhalation or exhalation. Some inhalation or exhalations may become longer, shorter, heavy, soft, warm, cold. Just recognize it. Calming down your body, inhalation happens. Calming down your body, exhalation happens. Calming down your mind, inhalation, exhalation happens. Calming down your breathing itself, inhalation, exhalation happens. Just recognize it. When you don't react to anything, everything go back to its own nature. So the calmness itself, the nature in your body, your mind, your breathing. Just allow it to settle down as it is. See the moment of recognition or the sensation rights itself and disappear itself in that very moment. And see that you experience the change moment by moment. There is no limit in that change. There is no bottom or the end of that change. There is no beginning or end with any kind of recognition. When you observe the struggle happen inside you, because that observation arises itself as a result of your experience. There is nothing else. Bring attention to your body, please. Observe your posture. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light through entire your compound, village, city, state, country, world, around this universe. Also as far as you can through galaxies, other planets, stars. Reminding yourself like this with clear intention, mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe, and may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away. Already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one out of anger or ill will wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart. Forward, visualize yourself and send it as a light. To your backside, to your left side, and to your right side. Downward, and upward. To all six directions at once, like the moon, the sun, spread the light, spread the energy, without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion. From the bottom of it, with the maximum effort to the highest, wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So, dear Dhamma practitioners, practicing meditation itself take us to understand our inner thoughts. Why we have to understand it? Because that your life happening itself with the choice deeply underneath happening within ourselves. So when the inside, if you cannot come to the right choice, then as a result of that, what will happen? You will experience inside unhappiness. So when you experience the inside unhappiness, as a result of that, what will happen? The outside world always going to have conflict, difficulties. So inside unhappiness bring the outside conflict. And when you are able to observe and recognize the inside, so see the difference that when you go with when you fail to have the right choice inside you, it leads you to the unhappiness inside, and as a result of that, the outside world going to have conflict. And when you observe inside and when you see your inner thoughts, it's not going to take you to happiness. It's going to take you to understanding. So as a result of your inner understanding, the outside world going to experience the love, the security, compassion, comfort. So if this is not happening properly, then what will happen? Once it become a pattern and the person will experience it, and then other people will go through them, then everyone get into the same kind of difficulty. So that's why, personally, you have responsibility to take care of your mind, take care of your heart, take care of your life. Why? Because that whatever outcome going to affect for others, and then when everybody take care of themselves, then everybody going to have the security, everybody going to receive the compassion, love. But 100% it may not going to happen, because it never happened all the time. It's not going to happen all over the world. But at least in your capacity, try your best. So then you will get the benefit out of it, and at the same time, that your life itself becoming result for others to have the comfort. So another thing is, when you practice meditation, it brings another ability to yourself. So that ability is seeing and recognizing the path of the thought. So as you know, nowadays, when you buy something online, or when you post something, that you can get a tracking number. And once you have the tracking number, you can keep tracking that where that parcel or your order or your letter or anything. So the tracking is a kind of like indicates various points. That is one meaning of tracking. And another meaning, follow the course. Tracking. And another meaning, not the location. Recognizing the location, not the location. And show you the path. This all included to tracking. When you track, you get this all information. So practicing meditation in a certain level allow you to track your thoughts. So it happened in a certain way. There are few methods that the way you have to develop this seeing yourself, the follow the course with the thoughts, the experience happening in you, and recognizing the points. And it's allow you to see the locations inside you, and it will help you to understand the behavior. So when it comes to that, there are few methods that you have to develop. So remember this few methods. When it comes to the Vipassana level, these all methods you can apply at once to track your thoughts. So one method, Ajjattava Bahiddava. So Ajjatta means you have, when the feelings come, when the recognition comes, when the perception arises that come to you, you have to recognize it, Ajjatta, within yourself. That what you experience. So that is Ajjatta. So with your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, whatever the form, feeling, sensation, formation, recognition arise in you, you have to recognize that feeling by yourself your own feelings, not about somebody else. And have the effort to get out of from the greed, hatred, and the delusion with that feelings. You recognize it, and at the same time you have the effort to reduce the greed, hatred, or the delusion. You're not going to throw it to somebody else. So as example, somebody make a cake, and then when you eat it, you can make a comment on that and telling, oh, this is so good. So when you comment that that whatever you eat is good, you're giving credit to the maker, whoever made it. But here what the ajjata mean, you're not going to go with the outside person. You're going to experience that good what you experience, or the taste you experience. Are you having the greed with that taste in that very moment? So that is why that some people think that this meditation means just close your eyes and just sit and you're wasting your time. Some people say like that. No, then when it comes to the vipassana level, there's a way that your mind start to develop the skill to analyze. That's why it's called analytical meditation. So then whatever you experience, as example, you heard some word, and while you hearing that, you get hurt. So you got hurt, and then you put the blame on others while you hearing it. And you think that other person, whoever blaming to you, is responsible for your hurt. But sometimes, if you look very carefully, when the hurt arises in you, you can see you get hurt because deeply you disturb, or you have the anger. So there's the anger in you. That's why you get hurt. Not because of the outside. And the ignorance the same. So like that, whatever you experience with any perception with your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, and you experience and recognize that if there is any greed, hatred, or the delusion, and then you have effort to reduce it within yourself. So you exercise yourself. You see, you got hurt, you see it, you accept it, you got hurt. But at the same time, you work for yourself because you got hurt, because it is your own anger. Another thing is that whatever you experience, you see the impermanent, unsatisfactory nature and the selflessness. So those are the qualities you have to reflect with any kind of feelings. In a first level, reducing the greed, hatred, and the delusion related to that feelings. And another way is, at the same time, reducing it and not to clinging to it, and understanding that whatever you feel as a greed, hatred, or the delusion, rather than personalizing it, holding it, clinging it, harboring to that experience, you're recognizing that even what you experience is impermanent. and unsatisfactory nature related to that, and the selflessness. So that is one way. Ajjata, you recognizing and you always analyzing it. And the bahidda, so whatever the outside, for your eyes, the colors or the pictures come to you. Sound come to your ear as your object. The aroma or the smell come to your nose object. Taste come to you as your tongue object. The feelings come to you as your bodily object. The phenomena or the ideas come to you as your mind object. So ajjata, your inside experience, bahidda, the outside object. With the outside object, if there is the greed, hatred, or the delusion arise, basically that outside object help you have the influence to increase your greed. So the first level you experience within yourself as a habitual pattern, or maybe that is your character. As you know that it doesn't matter the outside nature, you have to understand this very carefully. This is not the same thing. There are two things. So as example, the greediness, there are some people, they have the character, they are genetically they are greed. It doesn't matter whatever it is. It doesn't matter there is a outside, some is beautiful or not. They always have the greed. They always, anything, they like to, this is for me. Can I have this? Can I have that? This always like to hold it. Even the mentally. So that is inside. But there is another thing that with the outside, so as example, because in the outside world, there are really sometimes beautiful things. And it really effect for you to go towards that. That's why when you go to outside, you go and you try to look and select yourself things. And in a material way, you can make two things. One is not look like nice, and you can make something look nice, like nice, beautiful. So that means that outside also has some kind of power and the influence. That's why something become better than another thing. So you cannot neglect, no, it is just only inside. No, there is an outside also. That's why we always go with the choice. And then, there are some selections. So when you see something with outside, and that also you recognize, if there is a greed, hatred, or the delusion arise with that outside object, you recognize that, and at the same time you recognize the impermanent, unsatisfactory nature, selflessness regarding that also. That is one way you tracking your thoughts. So whatever happened with the inner feelings and whatever happened with the outside, you always recognize the greed, hatred, and the delusion and reduce it. And another way, while you're reducing it, the same feelings, you recognizing impermanent, unsatisfactory nature, and selflessness. So the both way, inside, outside. And another way you tracking, when you go deeper, you can see this thought, Actually, you have ability to recognize this. Another one is Sukuma Olarika. Sukuma is kind of like a soft. It has naturally giving you very comfort. And it also has an inner quality and the outside. So as example, for some people, the very soft things or even rough things, they don't have feelings with that. It's naturally, they cannot get it. So like that with the thoughts, there are certain behavior come with you that naturally it make you more melt, kind of like a soft. It's a behavior of the thoughts. And another things, there are some perception make you rough, tough, and hard. So that kind. So as example, that when someone says something kind of like a, when you have something and you feel like to give, and you feel like to empathize, sympathize, that feelings come because you become mellow inside. And so that is the sukuma. So you have to recognize when there are thoughts come, it is not you, that is the behavior of the thoughts. It make you mellow, soft. Then your reaction going to become different. But sometimes, and other people appreciate that, and then you hold that mellow thoughts, soft thoughts as your character. You again and again repeat it. But when that kind of thoughts happens, you have to be very careful, not allow that kind of thoughts to increase your greed, hatred, or the delusion, and to reduce the reduce the greed, hatred, and the delusion. And also need to understand not to label it as permanent, as kind of like a comfort, happiness, not to label it as a self. Because sometimes we like to show off like we are so mellow, we are so kind, and we so soft. We like to show off like that. And we build up the character and we label it as this is me. No, you see it and you allow you not to going to hold it. You reduce the greed, hatred, and the delusion, and knowingly that what you experience impermanent, selfless, and it has unsatisfactory nature. The Olarika is kind of like making you strong, tough, rough. So like as example, wrestling, the boxing game, when all the audience or the running, maybe all the audience cheering, you feel, oh, go and get it, go and get it. And then you feel, oh, this is me. So that is, and sometimes when singing, when the audience becomes so happy, oh, one more, and the person, oh, this is me. And it's gained the power. It's become rough, strong, tight. So that's, we bound to that nature. But it is also a thought. So you recognize it when it happened to you. Oh, this is a behavior of a thought. Not, you're not going to put it, this is me. You're not going to characterize it. You're not going to experience it the self-centered mind. You recognize it and not allow it to increase your greed, hatred, or the delusion. And sometimes, how as example, maybe somebody come to you and tell, you are the strongest person, go and hit him, beat him, get the revenge, you are the right person, you can do it. Why? Because you are. So then the person, see, that he feel is strong, that lead him to do something and hurt somebody with the anger. And so sometimes the greed, oh, I can make it, oh, I want it, the desire. So like that, sukuma or like soft, it can make you soft, and that way also you attach. Those are the thoughts we have. This all the inner character. So one is inside, outside, and the sukuma olarika, soft and hard. Another one is hina pranita. The third quality. Hina pranita means little, minus. Pranita is kind of like a more. The quantity is bigger. So it kind of like the thoughts can come to you in a certain way that the minor thoughts, when you have the very little bit of influence with the something, that as example, that anger. You get angry, but it is not a strong. But anger is there. Everybody see, you got angry, but you smile and you just pass it. And then everybody say, oh, look at you, you are so good, you are, so that minor thought create your character. And you also attach to it. And then you hold it. And maybe that you go to a place and everybody taking things, and then maybe you don't go that much, you don't have that much strong feelings to buy a lot of things. And then maybe somebody comment, oh, you are very simple. And that the simplicity is that you hold that thought and you attach to that thought and you create your character with that thought. And you then naturally you act with that thought. You want to show that you are simple. So heen is always the kind of, it is kind of like go with the laziness also, lethargic also. And the pranita, in the quantity wise, it's good. It's kind of like a make you busy, do a lot of things, and people have, oh, you're doing so much work, you're doing a lot of things. And then the person get attached to that. Why? He build up the character and he develop his personality. Oh, everybody think I can do this. I am a macho guy, and that everybody appreciate when I do a lot of things. I am multitasking, and then the lot of thoughts, and you go with it, and you caught up there. And then what will happen? As a result of that, unknowingly inside you, your greed, hatred, and the delusion arise. See that with the minus thoughts also, it also can become a character, and it can increase your greed, hatred, and the delusion. And then with the quantity wise, if the thoughts become bigger, the feelings become bigger, and that also can increase your greed, hatred, and the delusion. But you have to see it, and while you're seeing it, you have to be wise inside you to reduce, increase that kind of feelings, allow you to increase your greed, hatred, or the delusion, and to reduce it. And other thing is to know not to attach to that. Not, you don't make a kind of like a identity, bring it out, and you don't show off it as your character, and you not hold it to it, and you recognizing that what you experience related to impermanent, and it has unsatisfactory nature and selflessness. And the fourth one, Dura Santika. Dura Santika means sometimes the thoughts, that whatever the thoughts is, take us to a past, and that whatever happened in the past, or maybe you are here now, and then in that very moment, somebody in another place, maybe another city, another country, and doing something. So as example, that we are here in Los Angeles, and then somebody in Sri Lanka or in India or England or any other country, Japan, and in this very moment, and doing something. And maybe so that you sponsor for do some social service, and that person doing it, and then maybe showing a kind of like a WhatsApp video, live video for you. So it happening far away. Now you're watching it here, and it allow you to that whatever you watch in the very moment, it happening far away, and you watching it, you experiencing it in the moment, and that what you watch increase your greed, hatred, or the delusion. So that already happening far away, but you are here personalizing it. So when you see that, you have to recognize it happening far away, and if it is increase your greed, hatred, or the delusion, you have to reduce it knowingly. So as example, that somebody doing something wrong, maybe you have a property somewhere, and in that very moment, and somebody doing something, and you see it here, and seeing it, it increases your anger. So you have to reduce it. Because that whatever you get angry in this very moment here doesn't change that whatever happenings there. And it affects only for you, and maybe as a result of that, in that very next moment, remember when I mentioned that inside unhappiness bring the outside conflict. So whatever that you get disturbed, and then the very next moment something else happens. So like then, dura or whatever happening far away, then if it is increase your greed, hatred, the delusion, you have to reduce it. Maybe somebody went, now it's a long weekend, somebody went to Vegas or vacation, Hawaii, or maybe giving showing you, oh, look at, we came to this hotel, we have this, and looking at that. And maybe you gain the desire, lust. Oh wow, it's already far away. But here, looking at it, if you have that, you have to reduce it knowing. Another thing is you have to know that whatever happened in that far away, impermanent. And it has the unsatisfactory nature and selfless. And sometimes things that one is the far away and very close in this very moment, very next to you. So whatever happens, also the same. If it is increased your greed, hatred, and the delusion, and reduce it. And know whatever that close to you, impermanent and selfless, and it has unsatisfactory nature. So that way, and you developing your analytical method. So one is ajjata bahidda, inside, outside. Sukuma olarika, soft and hard. Hina pranita, minus and quantity wise more, strong, heavy. And dura santika, far away or close by. And if any thoughts arise to, and that the next one, atita, pachuppanna, anagata. Whatever thoughts related to your past, present, or the future, that's or any thoughts come. These all thoughts you have to watch and see. Is it allow you to increase your greed, hatred, or the delusion? If it is so, you have to reduce it. And you have to know it is impermanent and it has the unsatisfactory nature and selfless. So in this very moment that whatever you experience, as I experience, it has these all three qualities related to past, and it related to the present, and also it has some relationship to the future. If you look very carefully, that is where the self-identity exists. It always clinging to past, present, and the future. These all three ways. As example, you practicing meditation and listening to this Dhamma, and in your mind, you have certain knowledge and the experience, and you reflecting on thinking that I have this much experience and I used to the, so this all included to this moment. And with that, you listening, you watching, you trying to catch something. And at the same time, you already have a future build up in you. Maybe thinking about to gain the wisdom, or attaining to Nibbana, or maybe something else. So like that, the present moment itself, when you come to the point, I am, that I come with the past, present, and the future. So when you try to explain you, you always, in your mind, you always have this past, present, and the future. So that's why when it comes to the selflessness, it has a deeper meaning. And you just come to the moment of experience without separation, the subject and the object, perception and the perceiver. And you don't try to limit your experience. You don't try to go with the comparison, your experience. So that all related to the selfless experience. But we have to go little by little, little by little. So then when it comes to this analytical meditation means, it is just not something that you see and, oh, it is like, it is this. No, see, this all going to be there. So whatever thought, you have this ability in your mind. So just imagine when the very first day when you start to drive, maybe somebody taught you, or the inspector came and guide you. And how many things, how busy, a lot of things to do. Giving the gas, the brake maybe doesn't work properly. You cannot, keep the balance, it go here and there. And you cannot look at the mirror. And when you see the side mirror, you forget the rear mirror. So like that, there are a lot of things. But little by little, you get it. And now when you get into the vehicle, and even you don't think about it, but this all happening. So like that, even though you see it kind of like a list, all these 5 things, how we going to, come to a point to think about the inside, outside, and it's a soft and the hard and good and bad, nice and ugly. How are we going to get these things? But when you little by little slowly pick up things, practice yourself, and you start to see it happening in you. So that's why in a Vipassana meditation, that seeing this, all the qualities in you, once you're able to see that, if you come to the point to reduce the greed, hatred, and the delusion in you, and at the same time, if you're able to recognize with this all the experience, all the feelings, thoughts happening in you, if you recognize the impermanent, unsatisfactory nature, and selflessness, that is the highest the experience that you can gain with this human mind. And that experience will transform you from this conventional life to eternal experience. That is the day you experience your liberation, your transformation, the ultimate bliss of Nibbana. So with that, I bless upon everyone with this good practice. May all of you be well, happy and peaceful. May no harm come to you. May no difficulties come to you. May no problems come to you. May you also have the patience, courage, understanding, and determination to meet and overcome inevitable difficulties in your life. During this time period, may everyone stay healthy and safe. And finally, may all of you attain supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sabbityu vajjantu sabbarogo vinassatu mate bhavatvantarayo sukhi digayuko bhava. Ittavata chammihi sampadam punya sampadam sabbe deva numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe bhuta numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe satta numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Idamme punya kammang asavattaya vaham hotu sabba dukkha pamuncatu. Bless you.